the Niners. You got to go back to it. It's tough to beat them in the regular season. They're a tough team. They feel like they've gotten better. How do you feel going into that rivalry that you have here with them? How does that feel for you?
Oh yeah, I dislike the Niners. Everybody know that. I don't like the Niners at all. They don't like us. It's just a.
Look at this guy, man.
Hey.
You guys know you're like a star now because the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Look at this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen, is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy.
Rambo, finally, the Ramillia Sports Report returns to the Rambo Show.
I'm out of here.
Rambo.
Yes, Rudy.
Put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gon' ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side, baby, to the valley, from the west side. Let's go. Big dog on three. 1, 2, 3. Big dog.
One, two, three, big dog. Hopefully, we'll be the big dog on Sunday. We'll see what happens. The young Rams are taking a huge second test, as everybody remembers. And again, sorry I came in late. We had some things going on last night and setting everything up, get my guy CG. I didn't even send him the link. He sent me the link. Oh, yeah. But anyway, this is a great dude I'm going to have on today, a great Niners creator. He loves wrestling too. Props to my guy, CG Ruthless Sports. Even if you're not a Niner fan, he has multiple social media, IG. He does Twitter. I will ask him about that too, but he always has great guests too. He's one of the content creators that actually has former players on there. He has wrestlers on there. He's a great dude. And I know he doesn't look it, but he is a Mexican. So props to him, and I speak of that because, it's, I believe it's September 15th or 14th, Hispanic Heritage Month. And, but he's a really good dude. And, he's passionate about his Niners and we go back and forth and, I'm having him on today. So I appreciate all you guys coming in. As always, thank you so much for the support and everything. I never thought I was going to have a channel. Just real quick before we bring my guy on. I just did this for videos, being the season ticket holder, and I was going to show videos, and I haven't really even done that lately. We'll be doing that more often this year, but this is great. It's been a way for me to talk to you guys, get the Rams message out, because the Rams were out of Los Angeles for 20 plus years. A lot of fans already have a team, right? The Rams were in St. Louis, and God bless my St. Louis brothers and sisters. I commented earlier in one of my comments. There's a brother that said, "Hey, I heard you on the Sliwa show, 710 ESPN, because I went on there the other day, and he came and checked me out. So props to you, man. Appreciate you. As we always say, that we have the Ramillia all over, the St. Louis brothers and sisters in Cleveland, all over. But for a long time, the Rams were not here. So we're re-getting that fan base. You got to win, and you got to prove that you can keep winning. And but it's funny because there's Bills fans, there's Dolphin fans. Forget about the Raiders and Niners for a second. There's a lot of different fans in Southern California. It's amazing. I mean, there's a contingent of Buffalo Bills fans. I think it's in Long Beach. They have a huge fan club. I'm like, what the hell? Never even knew that. So Southern California is something else. But the main thing though too is being a Rams season ticket holder for the last few years. This year I'm actually not. This year I'm going to the games that I want to go to. Looking forward to going on Sunday, if everything is blessed and still going. We'll see with that, because we all commute together. But I see, like, Dolphin fans or Bear fans or Bronco fans, Niner fans at SoFi, and their games going on TV. They're at our stadium. So, it's possible that there's going to be fans of both teams. I'm an AFC team. I like the Dolphins. I like the Jets. But you know what? I really appreciate this Ram team. I mean, I love to see Cooper Kupp. You know, I'm kind of like I don't want to say I'm a fan, but you know, I like this team. Matthew Stafford. I mean, you can't blame somebody for looking at Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp going off on a given Sunday, or the GOAT Aaron Donald, right? And so they buy tickets too, and they spend money, and so you know that's the way it starts. But anyway, let's get into it. My guy CG Ruthless Sports. Appreciate my guy. Thank you guys for coming in. As always, let's get my guy in here, my Niner brother, as we say. Here we go.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Doing well, man. Hey, you know, can't hate the player, like they say, man.
Yeah. So let everybody know, CG, your channels and where they can find you, and before we start, and everything under the sun that you want to talk about real quick.
I mean, I do more than just the Niners content. I do the pro wrestling, which you've been watching for a while. So you see that I get a lot of guys from previous years, get a lot of other, you know, I get other athletes too. Just like, you know, last week I just had Levon Kirkland, who happens to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, dude, I just go for NFL players just because I respect the game. You know, outside of football, bro, I just love the game. I don't care what team you play for. If you ball out, I'm going to have utmost respect for you. Yep.
Love it. Yeah, man, you're an amazing dude, man. Like we talk behind the scenes all the time, and I appreciate the grind. And I know at times, I'm just going to tell you this, sometimes you get frustrated, as I do, but keep the grind, man. Like I told you, this dude here works hard, guys. He gets amazing guests. He had Levon Kirkland on the other day, and I was asking him questions about what was it like playing with Kevin Green. Unfortunately, we got rid of Jerome Bettis and didn't keep Kevin Green, and he was with the Steelers at that time, and he had some great stories. But yeah, this dude, you know, he's the real deal. You know, he knows about his team, and he gives a lot of up and coming YouTubers starts and stuff, and great guy. So before we get into it, now we're going to talk about our teams. Now we can. So the Rams, CG, and a lot of people say, "Hey, Rudy," that's me. People call me Ramelia because that's my channel name, but we're all Ramelia Ram fans, Ram family. Hey, what's up, brother? Whenever I see Rams guys with a hat or anything, hey, what's up, champ? You know, because we won the Super Bowl recently. So I would say, hey, what's up, champ? Because usually I have my Ram stuff. They know what I'm talking about. And hey, my name is Rudy. Rodolfo is really my real name, but people call me Ramelia, and that's okay. I appreciate that. But the Rams going into the season, I was very high that Donald, Kupp, and Stafford had something to prove, as well as McVay. You know, last year with his wife going through the Ukraine war, you know, she's Ukrainian. She has family there. His grandpa, the great John McVay, you know, passed away. He was going through a lot, and then the horrible season with all the injuries, the Cam Akers thing where we were going to get rid of him, and then we weren't, and now we're still here. It was a horrible season for us besides winning, but he went through a lot, and he wasn't sure if he can do this year because he had a lot in his bag. You know, sometimes we have a lot on our plate. He's come back rejuvenated. Matthew Stafford is healthier than he's been even before when we got him the first year. Donald is rejuvenated because he sat out all those games last year being injured. Kupp, unfortunately, we had a little setback, but he'll be back. But that has helped Puka Nacua get off. You know, he's been everything as advertised. He looked good in camp and OTAs. So I'm looking forward to these young kids going. We already went into Seattle, which we match up well with. I picked us to go 2-0 in the regular season just because it's early with the Niners. You know, a lot of times they start out slow, right? Before this year, they start out slow because I'm not saying, hey, you know, we're the 2021 Rams. We have a lot of young cats that need to learn. So we're fast spoon feeding them. You know, we went into Seattle and got them, and we match up good with them, and they played really good because, you know, playing in Seattle, it's hard with how loud it is.
Yeah, that crowd.
Hold up. You know, Matthew Stafford carried us, and that's what I was saying with us. Matthew Stafford can carry a team if you keep him upright, and he is an older Matthew Stafford, but, you know, he can take over a team, take over a game, and he does like to throw the ball and fit it because of that great arm, and he gets in trouble sometimes, but if the game is close, he can get you out of it. And then now we have San Francisco coming to LA, and they're a different beast, of course. So I like it that we're going to fast spoon feed these young guys. We're gonna get, who else to play than the two better teams in the NFC from last year, and then let's go and then see where we're at. So I'm really looking forward to Steve Avila, and we'll get into it. But I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited. I understand that you guys should win this game, right? Because you guys are defending NFC West champions. You guys have been good over the last few years. 3 NFC championship games in a row. I give you guys a hard time because you haven't won the big one, but like you said, I respect guys like a Bosa and a Debo, and man, I really love CMC, man. I would love to have him be with us on this remodel. Imagine CMC with us on this remodel, but we have a decent running back crew, not a CMC, but I respect Ayuk, man. He would have took off earlier if you guys would have had Stafford, because Stafford would get him that ball all the time. He would have been an all-pro, but he's doing his thing. So let's get right into it, man. Actually, let me get some comments real quick, CG. Let's see. My guy Willie Bowen, he says, "Hi, Rudy. LA Rams will liquidate the Whiners. Horns up." My guy Willie Bowen, CG is old school, man. The guy brings up guys and go, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy." That guy, he knows his stuff, and that I love it. There's my guy's Grandizer 12 and his Dolphins, along with the Rams, 400 plus yards of offense. Woo! The greatest show on turf in Miami and LA are back.
Dua's looking like a monster out there.
It's crazy. Yeah, my guy G12 Grandizer 12 at LA. Ramelia Sports, RSR. Oh yeah, who's Casa going live tonight or going live after CG? I'm gonna go live later on tonight because I gotta work today, and so but yes, we're gonna have a game preview, and so I wanted to get all the injury reports. That I heard that Puka Nacua is ailing a little bit, but he's playing. Yes, indeed. My guy Granddaughter Troy says you may follow the CG Ruthless. Oh, by the way, CG, I'm a little confused. I want to make sure I have you right. So you just go by CG Ruthless. It's not the CG Ruthless Sports anymore.
It's more like just the Niners, just the original brand, because I think that's what's presented.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, so I wasn't even sure what to put, so I just put CG Ruthless. Okay, so here we go. You may follow CG Ruthless and 49ers content creator via YouTube, and you got his link down there. Also, he does other stuff, wrestling. The guy does college players. Amazing guy, amazing.
Yeah, I get a lot of I get a lot of these college players. I even had Spencer Burford, who eventually became our 4th round pick, and we'll get on the right time.
I mean, you're doing it big time, man, and you deserve everything, man. Props to you, man. Here's your DJ Proto, whose house? Our house, Rams house. Love it, brother. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, man. If you haven't been here before, hit the subscribe and alert button so you can come in more often. Appreciate all the support you guys give me. And sometimes it's just cool to get on and shoot the breeze with you guys, and hey, did you guys see this or that? But thank you so much. SM says, Rudy, what's up, brother? Appreciate you so much. Jacques 42, Rudy and CG 100%. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The superpowers. MJ, Joe 28. Vamos Rams, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tracy says, let's see. Hold on, a little slow on my chat thing here. Not going to be the big dogs tomorrow, she says. Okay, we'll see, Tracy. We'll see. Rams 1911. Rudy, who's host? The Champs House, baby. Year before last. Kelly Rican for Niners Empire. Let's go. Kelly Rican always comes in. Great dude. And here we go. Grand Driver 12. Welcome all Ram fans and fans to the stream. Who's host? Rams house. Okay, let's get right into it. So CG, give me the lowdown on the Niners disrespecting the Steelers at the Steelers. I have a guy that comes in from time to time, a Steelers fan, and I have high hopes for him, but it's a game one. But I was not expecting that. And Pickett was horrible in that game. Give me the lowdown on in case people didn't see the highlights or whatever. We know the score, but what really happened in that game?
Dude, I actually expected more of a close game if I'm being realistic. Yeah. But what really kind of stood out was Brock Purdy he looked exactly like he was before the injury, man. It didn't look like it slowed him down. Dude, not only that, we just beat the living crap out of the Steelers, bro. We out-physical them, bro. Kenny Pickett, bro, he is still a rookie out there. I don't know what it was. And then you had Najee Harris, bro. They didn't even give the guy the ball. They tried to pass the ball 46 times. 46 times. And it didn't work.
I mean, I guess they thought they had Dan Marino out there or something. Jeez,
Yeah, something like that. They try to make him look like that out there.
and you know what's impressive too, CG is this is not the Rams, right? You guys always play us physical because they look at us like, and I'm just gonna say it, a finesse team, McVay cutesy team, with the this and that, because we haven't had a great line except for the 2021 Super Bowl team. The line was okay. You had an older Whitworth, but the line was pretty decent. But we didn't have big hogs like a Steve Avila. The guy looks like a building walking around. And so we can't really do that type of thing when we want it. But it was impressive you guys doing that to a Mike Tomlin team. So that's what I'm saying, and so that's what, that's where I'm just like, wow, maybe, with CMC is long, and we're going to get into the keys, but CMC, man, that guy, that's why we try to get him, You
guys were trying to make a deal, but guess what gave us the advantage? Because Shanahan knew CMC as a kid.
Yeah. And you know what? And you know what sucks, and I can live with it. A lot of people don't realize, me and you follow it and stuff, is we tried to get CMC, and the reason why the Niners outbid us is because we didn't have that 4th round pick to give them anymore, because we used it on Sony Michel the year before because Cam Akers got hurt.
Reason. So
that helped us win the Super Bowl. But I take that anyway. But damn, imagine CMC with this remodel,
But there was another factor to it also, besides the 4th round you were talking about. There was that connection that they knew each other.
Yeah. And but yeah, amazing, man. And that was a great game. And then for us, to tell me what you, from your side, besides surprising how we beat the Seahawks, tell me what you saw on your side, because I like to get that information. Like, forget about what we say, what you saw.
Oh yeah. From an outside looking into the Rams and Seahawks game, I kind of thought you guys would play a close game because it's a division game, and last year you guys played a lot closer against them with your backups. So it didn't surprise me, but what really kind of surprised me the most about you guys was not only that you guys beat them, you guys actually outscored them pretty bad. Like like the receiving core, like Tutu Atwell, you guys, it took him a couple years to develop, and he's becoming like one of your deep threat guys. And then Puka, bro, like I didn't even know if Cooper Kupp was gone or not, bro. It just looks like you guys didn't even miss a beat with Cooper Kupp out there. So it was like, I like the kid from BYU. I actually had him as a mid-round grade that I wanted to get, but I like the kid from Michigan personally. But I thought the kid was pretty raw. But what kind of got my attention about you guys beating the Seahawks, bro, was they didn't get enough pressure on Stafford, bro. Stafford had him. Dude, Stafford was sitting on the couch, didn't have to worry about getting touched by the damn Seahawks, bro. He could just sit down all day, and nobody wouldn't touch him.
And you know what? At times, now I know it's game one, but we're, besides doing this, with the channel and stuff, we're fans, so we get hyped up and optimistic. I was really hyped up about Bryce Perkins, the backup quarterback, because he had some of that mobility. The guy just seems to make people miss, and he can make a play, but he didn't have, I guess, enough arm talent or whatever it was, and McVay never gave him a shot with the ones. It's one thing to play with the 2s and the 3s, right? But if you never get a chance to play with the Cooper Kupp, or the main guys, that kind of sucks, But I was high. I wasn't high. I was because that's who we had in the roster. Remember, we had Wolford and Bryce Perkins. I go, make him QB2, but he didn't. Not even. We got Stetson Bennett, which we'll not even get into that right now. We were talking about that behind the scenes. And he's having some issues, and hopefully, props to him. We worry about the man more than the player first, always. So hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, man, Puka Nacua, we're really excited, man. Steve Avila, this offensive line, what I was getting to was reminding me at times of the 2021 offensive line, where they give him the time to. Now this is the Seahawks. I'm not saying it's the Niners, but they gave him. You saw the time. That looked like the 2021 O-line, and that's a huge difference from last year's downtrodden MASH unit offensive line that we were trying to. Basically, there was a guy that was a security guard, and we got him off the street. He hadn't played in the NFL in a year or two, and we put him in there. We were getting guys off of the practice squad. That's why when people say 5-12 again, No, wait a minute. You guys don't really, forget about everybody has injuries, but we had guys that shouldn't been playing really in the NFL because you had to feel somebody on the offensive line. So, but the silver lining is, we found like an Ankrum, we figure out we put No Boom now on the right side. Steve Avila with that, because of that 5-12 season, we got Steve Avila. We got Warren McClendon on the offensive line. So the great Ram in the sky maybe has us geared to be Super Bowl ready in a year or two. So we'll see what happens. But here, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I was excited. I was looking forward to this game because we got kind of jacked up last year by the referees calling a roughing, running into the kicker call. And we would have put the Lions, who I'm rooting for with golf, into the playoffs, and we would have eliminated the Seahawks. So that sucked that happened. They lost to us. We lost to them in OT. Forget about that game, but that would have put the Lions in the postseason. That would have been amazing. The NFL's better with the Browns, the Jaguars, and the Lions all good, and the Jets all good. That way, anytime you flip on the channel, it's just the Jets and whoever. It's just we get to see good football, with good players on good team on all the teams. So it sucks that Aaron Rodgers got hurt, even though I don't like him. But
it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate.
That really sucks, man. That's what I was worried with Stafford. All the injuries over the years. Our first year, I just hope they keep him upright. And same thing this year, because that's a lot of miles.
Yeah, and that's a concern for any other team, especially with the offensive line. That's the most important position in football. But we shall see. I still am not convinced on Brock Purdy just yet, so I got to see a lot more games out of him. So,
yeah. Like on social media, I make fun of him, Brock Purdy, but I'm going to say this, and I've said this before my show, so this is the way I look at it before I even say it. Tell me if I'm, in your opinion, if I'm half right, at least, CG. I look at Brock Purdy, that is 7th round pick. First of all, I want to say this. He was not this Brock Purdy in college. The guy threw picks at the wrong time. He was even benched. This is why I look at him like, what the hell's going on here, right? But you never know what's going to happen. I look at him. Go ahead.
Oh, no. But what you're saying is what he did in college wasn't all that, but he actually had the most winningest record in college football, like for the Iowa State. Like ever since he left the program, Iowa State's never been the same.
Yeah.
But but you can go on what you were saying, bro. I was just trying to go by what you're saying by the stats.
No,
he didn't look all that great. I don't think he had the best talent around him. He had Bryce Hall. He had a tight end called Kohler, and he had a wide receiver, Hutchinson. He didn't have a lot of weapons. And to make a fair argument of what the Zeke dude said, well, bro, we can't judge by college, bro. Look at all the quarterbacks or look at all the players who do in college, bro. It's hard to judge.
Sam Darnold and Leinart, my USC guys. But what I was going to say was, because he had, like you said, the talent around him makes a big difference, as we see with the Niners. But also, too, the man must have a rabbit's foot in his pocket. I mean, the guy throws balls right to defenders, and they do Jakrowski tarts on him. I mean, there's been a few picks, even last year, where guys just drop his balls. Stafford can't make a mistake. I mean, you got Hufanga over there catching it. Damn, Jimmy Ward used to catch it. The ball would bounce off of Higbee's hands and go right to Jimmy Ward standing there, picking his nose, But he's been very fortunate. But also, too, that fumble where he got it behind his back. Like, this dude has a rabbit's foot, but what my point was, is he's making the best of his chance, that Eminem song, and he's showing out. All you can do is just win, and that's what he's doing, so we'll see. Like you said, the story's not fully written. Amazing coming back from the injury. I'm worried about him a little bit because the long toll, because this is an injury that's not really a good track, not really shown how it's going to end up in football. In baseball, it's different. Guys aren't leaning on it, guys aren't hitting your hand. We'll see, but I hope he's going to be okay, because I don't want you guys not to win it because of an injury, because I understand losing the Super Bowl, because the 2018 Super Bowl, I think we would have beat the Patriots. When you hold Tom Brady to 3 points in the fourth quarter going into the fourth quarter, you should be winning, right? Our defense did their job. We didn't have Cooper Kupp, and we had Todd Gurley with his knee already messed up. But anyway, we'll get off of that. My guy Grandizer 12 says, yo, welcome all Ram fans in Los Angeles, all Ram fans and NFL fans to the stream. Daytime Mochata and Tequila with your host, Rudy of the Remilio Sports Report. Hope you're having a good night. A la verga, good day. Appreciate my guy. He's amazing. He's G12 says, Órale, Vato, what's happening? What's new with you, Rudy? Remilio Ramsteros for Vatos Locos forever. Let's go. Puro Ramsteros, a la verga. Who's casa? The Rams casa. My guy, Cali Rica says, 49ers Empire is building the 49ers. Should be the LA 49ers. On social media, I was saying, if you're an LA native, basically, and you're rooting for the Niners, what are you doing? That's a no-cal team. We don't give no-cal teams love in Los Angeles. And I know that the Rams weren't here, but it's just me having fun. Yes, indeed. Frankie D says, horns up. All right, so let's get back into it. So are you worried about your kicker, Moody? He's played better. I'm worried about our kicker. I'll be honest with you. He missed one or two. I can't remember, but he did make some. But are you worried at all? Like a close game? Are you going to be kind of like, shit?
Well, for a rookie kicker, man, like if we're in a close game, that would concern me because it wouldn't have to be too much pressure for him to kick.
Division game against the Cowboys. Here comes Moody, 48-yarder. The Niners are down by 2.
And it comes down to that last play and that last possession to win by that 1-point game. But I don't know. That's the thing I'm kind of curious about, because Jake Moody, he had his rough start in the preseason. Yeah. But, I mean, it really depends, bro. Like, he kind of looked okay against the Steelers, like as far as kicking the ball. Yeah. But if it had to come down to him kicking the game winner, that's where I'm going to go like this.
Yes, that's what I was doing. If you guys had Robbie go, it sucks. The cap freaking sucks, dude. I mean, every year since we've been really good, in 2018 to now, and then 2021, we lose players. Both of us lose players. You can't. That's why there's not been no dynasty this side of the Patriots, because you can't keep role guys that are really good, because now it's their payday right when they're ready to start blossoming. And so you can't keep them with the damn salary cap. And so both of us had to get rid of our great kickers, Matt Gay for us, and you guys, Robbie Gold, and Robbie, good as gold. And, so it sucks, dude, because that makes a big difference for us. You guys might be out of the playoffs because of your kicker. We might not make the playoffs because we need every win that we can get this year. I have us going 8 or 9 or 8, because the NFC is watered down. And with this, if we keep Stafford upright and this offensive line keeps blossoming, and Tutu, like you said, finally woke up. The light switch went on. And it's funny that he woke up with Baker Mayfield. He started playing better with Baker Mayfield. Same thing with Skoranek. So we're looking forward to winning some games maybe we shouldn't have, or at the beginning of the year, everybody was picking us to lose every game almost. But now when we play the Bengals the way they've looked, we're like, well, okay, we'll see how we look against the Niners. We might be able to steal that one. Where at the beginning of the year, some people are saying, oh, they don't have no chance. So we'll see what happens, man. The NFL is crazy.
Well, never say never, like they say.
Yep.
It's any given Sunday. But like you said in the beginning, the Niners don't tend to have a great start in the early part of the season. But since 2019, we had a fast start. That's what I'm hoping for, that trajectory. Go into the season with a hot start, keep it rolling. But since we beat Pittsburgh, I think that's promising, because we've always struggled in the season openers. And week 2, under Shanahan, when he plays in week 2, he has a better track record in week 2 of the season. So that's a fun fact.
This is why I think maybe it might be your year. I kid you guys. This ain't the year either, right? But listen, really you guys are loaded. I did a post too on, so we call it X now.
Yeah, it's like X, like it used to be Twitter. It's like the ex-girlfriend or something. Like, dude, it's still Twitter no matter how we look at it.
And I'm going to give you guys some flowers, because I know it's Rounds Niners week, and we've been going back and forth on X. I hate saying that. I call it X Twitter. We've been going back and forth, and And but I said this, and the comment is true, but that with or without Brock Purdy, the Niners have gotten to the NFC Championship game. Now, will he be able to get them over the top? We will see.
That's
like
a question
you said,
we all want to know.
yeah, we want to know. I want to know. And if you guys are that good and you win, I'll hate it. But my props and my hat will be tipped off to you guys because it's hard winning a damn Super Bowl, man.
It is.
Injured, you got to get through the season. You got to beat teams that are better now in the playoffs, and you can't crap the bed. You got to catch those balls. You got to score. It's crazy.
Got to capitalize on every moment because these big games is what matters. And like you said, bro, it's always been the injury issues with the Niners too. So, we've always had some good starts, but even through the offseason and going into the season, we've always had a lot of injury reports. But this year, I don't know what it is. Hopefully it doesn't jinx it, but I only see one player on the injury report. That's all I see.
I was going to ask you about that. Now, we had Puka Nacua on there. No Boom's banged up again, sign of the cross that he's going to be okay, but we do have some depth now going into that horrible season. So there's always silver linings that you can find. But the main thing is because we had that shitty record that everybody keeps saying 5-12. Well, yeah, now we got Steve Avila. And so he's really good. Keep an eye on Steve Avila. I don't know. You probably know him from college.
Oh yeah, the kid from TCU. But in this matchup, he's Bob Vila, man.
But listen, I like it. I'm the kind of guy that with my Rams or whoever, Lakers, Dodgers, I'm a Lakers, Dodgers, USC football fan, and all that. I want to play the best. And if you guys whip our ass, okay, good. Now we have film on it, and now we see what we do next. I like us going into the fire in Seattle with the young kids and coming out. We protected Stafford and he did his thing. Now we have basically a lot of people are picking them to win the Super Bowl. San Francisco coming into SoFi and all the fans they're bringing that already live in Southern California. I like it for our young kids to get their feet wet. I'm expecting it to be competitive. Now, I picked us to go 2-0 because it was early and we had Cooper Kupp. We don't have Cooper Kupp, but I still haven't seen anything different as far as the way I think that we're going to look, that I was hoping that we were going to look. But it's a tall chore to beat you guys because you're loaded on all sides of the ball. We'll see how these kids react because it's up to them how they react. They're flying around to the ball. They're being aggressive. They're young enough not to know any better. That this is Debo. This is CMC. That this is Ayuk. They're young enough to not know any better and not care, right? Like if you sit there and like, oh my God, that's Debo or that's Bosa. You can't play like that. Just another guy. Because what I like is Steve Avila was finishing plays against Bobby Wagner. And so that's a big time player. And you look at Bobby Wagner across from you after coming from college. So these guys are a different group. I like it. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited. Now, let me ask you this. What do you expect? Who do you expect? Are you looking forward to seeing show out for the Niners on Sunday? There's a bunch of players you can say.
I know. I can go with a lot of players, but since Debo didn't have quite a game against Pittsburgh, I do expect him to at least have one of those breakout games. I mean, Ayuk's going to have his moments, but I think this is a Debo type game.
Yeah, man. He plays so good against us, that damn guy. The guy's a beast. And but the thing about him is he's in shape now.
Yeah,
he's in shape now. So he's always been a bigger, wide hip guy, and he's been strong. Hard to break. He breaks tackles, and he's got some wiggle. And but yeah, man, you got to win this year. I always, I kid and I say this, but I'm half kidding because next year we have the dead money's off of the cap. So we have money to play with. Now, if these guys, these drafted gems, I'm looking forward to Kobe Turner in the game. Bobby Brown III, my prerogative in the game to see how they go. But Brian Young on the edge. Schultz and stuff got a half a sack in the last game. Ernest Jones has the green dot. He learned from Bobby Wagner. Rose Boom is there. He won the Super Bowl, but he's a guy that he's just a gamer. You know, he's not an all pro, but he's just in there and he does the best that he can. But Trevarius Tomlinson, Quentin Lake from UCLA didn't get a chance to play last year. Looked really great in OTAs and camp. The Land Shark, Kobe Durant. How these guys evolve. And then next year we have our first number 1 pick and we have money to spend. And Les Snead has said that he's going to be back to his aggressive ways. So that's why I kid the Niners. You better win this year because we're going to start getting these veterans back into our group with these young cats. And so we're going to be dangerous in the next couple of years. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited.
We'll definitely see, man. But did you see how the Niners freed up some cap space, right?
Yeah, man. Now I think that the damn Niners are taking a page out of Les Snead's book because they got CMC. You know, I think that this is what I would do is they have that money for 2 things. Number 1, to have for Ayuk. You know, so they have some money. They're gonna have more money next year. But to help with that, I would be offering him a contract now, but that agent won't go for it. And to maybe add a edge rusher if Drake Jackson doesn't keep up that pace. Now, I love Drake Jackson. Wayne Breezy got all over me because was it Wayne Breezy? I don't know. Because he doesn't realize I'm a USC guy. I love Drake Jackson.
Oh, Wayne Breezy. Yeah, I think you were on Wayne Breezy's show.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if I told him this, but somebody was getting me about it. But I said that you guys don't have anybody opposite of Bosa, really, that's big time. Drake Jackson just had 3 sacks. Yeah, but that's one game.
One game at
like us. Because last year he had 3 sacks the whole year. Now, I love Drake Jackson. I didn't get a chance to say in context everything because he's a USC guy and I'm a USC guy. But he has to keep up that pace. So I think you guys have that money to maybe bring in a veteran. You know, Brian Burns. I would hate it. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe on a 1 or 2 year deal because he wants a ring. You know, we'll see what happens. But I like that. I like you guys are doing that. That's what you got to do, man. Because when the iron is hot, you got to strike.
Yeah, that's the tricky part is we can make a late season push. Like, let's say if our right tackle doesn't do that well, what if we just acquire somebody from another team that's moving on from a tackle? Like, let's say Cam Robinson's available because I think the Jaguars actually have him on suspension. What if he gets off of suspension and he can become available? Let's say we make that move. That's possible. Or if the Niners want to go all in, bro, this is part of the way we do it. We got to make mid-season moves, and that's what separates. The Rams have done it over the years, and you look at how the Rams have done it. You know, I rather go all in and win a Super Bowl and suck for the next couple of years if I'm being realistic. I mean, that's something I'll give credit for you guys.
Yeah,
it's better to like win one than actually not win one because if you want to go all in and win a Super Bowl. That's where I give kudos. I've given you guys a lot of credit for that, so I'm not like some of those big.
That's why that's why you're one of my favorite dudes, brother, because you just keep it real, man, and so do I. You know, we've tried to win. Now, when we had Jeff Fisher, we were like downtrodden. Even though you know, people always tell me, like my guy Wayne Breezy, when we compare Kyle Shanahan, and he is right, and on some token, and Sean McVay. Well, Sean McVay had an easier way. We had a rebuild. True, right? That's understandable. You get that check mark. But the Rams with Jeff Fisher, even Todd Gurley said, this is a high school offense. What are we doing, right? And we would always be 7-9, 6-10, 8-8. So, yeah, we had some pieces there. But Sean McVay came in and boom, it was like magic, right? So, there's 2 different challenges, but but you still have to win. You still have to win, and
you gotta win the big one. And then you look at if you compare the difference, Shanahan had to go from scratches. He had to build from scratch. There's a difference, but it kind of reminds me how Jim Harbaugh inherited that talent. You know, so that talent that he had when we had the talent back then, when we got rid of Singletary under the regime, bro, we had some good, promising young talent. We had Willis and Bowman at they were stacked at all positions, bro. They were stacked at all positions. All we needed was a damn good coach, and that's all it was.
You know what? That's
what it reminds me of. That's what it reminds me of when you guys got Sean McVay, bro. All you needed was a good coach and all that. And
I've got into it because Kyle Shanahan does fit the Niners, and you know I didn't realize this. You know I did know it, but I didn't really. Boom! The light turned on in me for me when when we go back and forth with the Niner fans on X, I hate even saying that, Twitter X. And I didn't tell him this, but I'll tell it to you here. This first time I'm saying this. Just remember, Niner fans, when you go into Levi Stadium, aka the house that Todd Gurley built, when you look up in the Ring of Honor, there's a McVay name there because of John McVay.
Oh yeah, John McVay. Yeah, he was an architect. He was the architect.
Yeah, so there's no Shanahan.
No, the Shanahan goes in Denver. The Shanahan goes in Denver, actually. But
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So they don't realize that. I'm going to break that out soon. But there's a McVay there, and then his grandson killed the Niners' hopes in the championship game. So it came full circle. But yeah,
you guys had one shot. You guys had your one shot. You got your one shot, and you capitalized. That's what it was. Just like Eminem, you got your shot. You got your moment. So,
yeah, hey, but you know what? Yeah. Oh, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, hey, let's give a shout out to Rams House TV. They're in the comments section, man. What's up, Jalen and Snoop?
Oh yeah, I'm a little slow.
Look to the Ruthless Aggression Network, man. Those are my brothers right there.
Yes, yeah, let's get him up. I'm falling behind. There's my dudes, Ram House TV, Rudy. What's good? What's up, my brother? What's up, champ? Hold on one second. Yes, indeed. Great dudes. We're going to collaborate soon. Hopefully I see him at SoFly Stadium. Props to you guys. Let's see. Let me give him
SoFly like SoFly like the Eagles?
SoFly.
Like fly. I'm looking fly. That's what it seems like when you say that, bro. I'm like thinking when I think of fly, I think of flying like an eagle.
nah, like fly. It's I'm an old dude, so
okay.
Hey, baby, you looking fly. That's fly.
Oh, okay, like style.
Yeah. Instead of SoFly. Yeah, let me give my guys a prop to my Ram House TV brothers and all the Ramelia in the chat. Props to you guys.
You know what's so fly? I'll be real.
He wanted to know if you were interested in running it back.
I have a delay on my thing. Sorry, go ahead, CG.
You want to know what's so fly? If I'm being realistic, look at Deion Sanders' shades, man. Them shades are fly.
Deion Sanders, the guy's amazing. Look at what he's doing in college, man. And he's going to be. He might be I don't think you think he'll go to the NFL.
No, I don't think he's really that serious about the NFL because he's not going to. He'd rather work with college kids than work with grown men.
Yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't surprise me if he does. He could be, but I think he just wants to stick as a college coach, which is he's doing a really good job at. Nah, see, they're just messing around. But we're having good fun. Yeah, outside of football with these guys, they talk wrestling consistently.
Oh yeah, I love these dudes. My guy Snoop, my dude. Well, let me ask you this, CG. So, what is up with Levi South BS?
Levi South, man. Let me ask you something, man. Why can you guys not host a home game? That's what I'm curious about. Like, it reminds me of the Chargers and Raiders. Remember when the Raiders?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that I'm just going to be honest with you. And I don't mean everybody. I see a lot of Ram fans selling their tickets to they try to sell to Rams fans, I'm sure, but I seen them sell their tickets and $500 for one ticket, depending on where it's at.
You're gonna make your money's worth, I guess.
And then use that money to renew for next year. Some of that money, I don't like that. I'm just being honest with you. I've heard a few guys do that. Not everybody. The other thing too is that there's a lot of 49er fans in Southern California, and that's why I was making fun of them, but the Rams weren't here, so that's what happened and for 20 plus years. But there's a lot of them that already live here. So a lot of them, they have family that are Ram fans, and they kind of share the season pass, and the season tickets, or they buy season tickets so they can put them on, because now with NFL, you could buy the season ticket, have your seat where you want it every year, right? They even come to our have you gone to any training camps, CG? The Niners?
Not that I know of, bro.
Do you think you see any Ram fans there?
No.
We see Niner fans, just a couple.
I've seen a couple of videos where I think you showed me a video, or somebody else showed me a video that a Niner fans were in your guys' training camp, and then there was Then there was the one where the Niners fan went into the Cowboys a little training camp also.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you do? Like, I would never go into the Niners training camp. For what? Even the year we beat you guys in 2001, when we beat you, I wouldn't go the next year. I just wouldn't. Why? Right? That's not my team. What do I want to see? Right? But they were there, and the guy was good natured. Props to him if he's there, because his family were Ram fans. See, this is what I'm talking about. His family was Ram fans, and so he went with them, and he had to prop, because you guys have beat us in regular season, the jersey. But also, too, I've seen them at the trophy celebration at SoFi. That's why I say they might be season ticket holders or family members of the season ticket holders, because that's why they're there. But it's amazing. It's
not
crazy.
Not everybody could attend the games all the time, but sometimes they can make profit at it. So it's like,
yes, indeed.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Like I know for some of you guys, you might say it's some geek shit, just like Rams House TV says. And then, hey, there's another Rams House also. I like the kid too, man. What is up, Rams House? The guy in the comment on the top. There's another guy up there.
Yes, my guy Rams House too. Yes, indeed. Rams House TV and Rams House. You guys check their content out. Wonderful content creators.
Yeah, I definitely need to catch up with them maybe in the next matchup, man. I've been super busy with the schedule, man. I've been flying all over different
man, you're busy, man.
Yeah, I've been working a network, bro. There's no NFC West network, unfortunately, so I had to go work on a stack.
Yeah.
Had to go.
Yeah, my schedule's always crazy.
Yeah, and I always get some NFL athletes every now and then, so I'm trying
I love what you do, man.
Yeah, I flex the schedule. I try to work with everybody, but I try to do the best I can. So I have my own co-host shows with 2 different Niner shows. NFC West Prime, I'm working a project with this Ramsaholic guy, which I'm bringing along the wings with me. And then
I like that dude. I like that
dude's
dude.
Cool. He looks like Aaron Donald. He's like a dollar store Aaron Donald.
I like it. Well, let me ask you, CG, have you heard from my guy? I meant to do a collaboration with him one day, but I haven't got around to it. Arizona Cardinal fan. How is he doing lately?
Oh, you mean Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I think he's been super busy, and
I haven't seen if he's put a lot of content out, but I feel bad for him. But he might get Caleb Williams. Damn it!
No. He actually has been doing more of his content more than the NFC West, and he's kind of been super busy. He's been rolling with the Arizona sports, bro. So I'm kind of focused on trying to build a brand. Build a brand where I can actually do something on my schedule, on my free time, and all that stuff. So I'm willing to elevate everybody else, bro. It's not even.
I love it. That's one of the things I love about you. That's one of the things I love about you, and that you do that, and you help young YouTubers. And but let me give a shout out to Rams House TV and all my Rams guys in the chat. Hold on.
Let's go.
I guess there's a guy from my block from the city of Fresno, man. I guess that James. Man, whatever his name is, but hey, shout out to the 559. Shout out to the 559, man. What is up, 559?
All right, so props. So let's get to some more of this now with the game. So let me ask you this. So what do you in this game? The Niners are heavy favorites. It was 8 points. I haven't looked at it recently. I don't like that stuff. At our building, damn it. But what do you see? What are you curious about? Worried about? I could say maybe not worried, but are you anxious to kind of see how it works out with not a good thing, but like maybe something you might have an issue with in the game on Sunday?
What worries me about your guys' matchup is you guys are like the underdogs. You guys don't have pressure. Like that's a dangerous thing. You guys are not even the favorites. Like, last year you guys had a lot of pressure because you were the defending Super Bowl champions. This year, nobody's taking you guys seriously. And I'm guilty as charged for saying that. But, the thing that's interesting about, what's very scary about playing a team like you guys have nothing to lose. Even though you guys beat Seattle, but you came into Seattle and mollywopped them. Like, you told them that this is like – I'm like curious, is this the 2021 Rams that I'm looking at, or is this just a mirage, But I think what really concerns me, if I'm being realistic, is if Stafford has enough time in the pocket. I don't think it matters who you got at wide receiver because Puka is looking like Cooper Kupp out there. Tutu Atwell, this guy's got burner speed, bro. Like Tyler Higbee, I think he's a very underrated tight end. Like, I don't think he gets enough recognition. Even in fantasy football, this guy's been giving me consistent points, if I'm being realistic. You guys have been running the ball. You guys have been very committed. So I think if your offense is on the field more, that might be a little bit of an advantage going into the game. So I think that might be concerning, but I don't know about your defense. It kind of seems like
Yeah. Well, let me. I was wondering if you were going to say about the right side of the O line. Speak to me about the right side of the O line right now. Still, to me, they haven't fixed it.
Oh, so if we're going to talk about my concern of the Niners, we were going towards
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I feel like the concern of the team is the right side, bro. You got to give it a couple more games. I got to see a couple more games before I come into conclusion, because if you understand offensive line, bro, you have to see these guys gel. Give me until the Cowboys game for me to question it. Like, okay, it's TJ Watt, man. Ain't nobody's going to do well against TJ Watt. This guy's a beast.
3 sacks.
Yeah, but the guy's a beast. It's not going to be easy. Like, I would say this game might be a little concern. So it's like, it's just, it is what it is. But right side of the line, I don't think it's that bad as everybody thinks it is, bro. I just got to see a little bit more because McKivitz is becoming a full-time starter. Burford, he's already becoming more of a starter because there's no rotation no more. So I think he's going to step it up a little more.
Yeah.
And as far as James' little comment, I disagree, bro. There's a lot of worse stadiums than Levi, my guy. There's a lot of worse stadiums I've seen, bro. You know what? I'll put Levi Stadium above. I'll put Levi Stadium above. Do I put Levi Stadium above the Cowboy Stadium any day of the week because I hate the Cowboys.
Shots fired, CG.
Or
the one thing, honestly, CG,
is AT&T.
I don't know what the Yorks were doing. I mean, okay, first of all, I'm going to say 2 things. Candlestick Park, as horrible as that stadium was, especially for baseball, you would see the damn wind. You see the damn gate. They had like a gate in the baseball season, and you see the damn wind and papers flying. The damn hot dog, golly. But they won there. Now all those rings and stuff. You got to spend some money. If you're going to go to Santa Clara, not even San Francisco anymore, you got to have an elite stadium. They went the Raiders route, $1 billion, and not even no shade for you guys. I mean, you guys are like lobster in the half season. That and the half game, the halftime. That's why he's saying that because.
No, but if you go on the outside, if you don't get no sunscreen and all that shit, yeah, more than likely you'll be burned a little bit.
Well, believe me,
you'll be cooked like bacon out there. But
yeah, believe me, being at the Coliseum, man, when the Rams first got here and I got season tickets, I'm like, God damn, it's hot, man. Shit. And there was no S because it's so old. There's like S. I'm not going over there, dude. I'll walk 20 miles to get the damn escalator. You gotta rocky steps.
Dude, I'll give you a worse stadium experience I walked towards, bro. Ever been to State Farm Stadium?
No, man. Nah.
That is not a good stadium. Horrible. That is a terrible stadium, dude. Terrible, bro. But the only thing that the Cardinals had so good was the Pat Tillman statue. That was it.
Yes, God bless Pat Tillman. Yes, indeed.
That was the only thing that was good about it because I checked out the stadium. Wasn't all that great, bro. They have the worst field turf, bro.
Oh, wait, you're talking about so Pat Tillman, that's Arizona Stadium.
No. They have a statue in the Cardinal Stadium, too. Like, if you go to
gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you were. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's one in Arizona State also, but there's one over there at the State Farm, and it's not, I'll be real, it's not even a great stadium.
Gotcha. Yeah. So let's get back to the game.
Oh, see, he even agrees about the stadium because that's what the plan of the stadium was with the grass. It was terrible.
The bad choice in the position they planted the stadium, yeah.
Yeah, the Cardinals have the worst one, if I'm being honest. But yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, CD.
No, you were gonna
let's get back to the game. So let's see. In this game, I expect the Niners to do what they always do. They're going to get CMC the ball. They're going to run away from Donald. They're going to double or chip Donald, which they should. And they're going to do quick passes, get the ball out of his hand, out of Purdy's hand. And they're going to try to get Debo in open spaces, flats, screens, underneath stuff. And then Kittle, the guy blocks and blocks and then tries to be sneaky and comes out the back ass of the damn, middle of the field.
He's tricky.
On the sidelines, right side. And and then they got you. Now with Ayuk, the light switch coming on. Now you guys have a threat, and Purdy can throw the ball fairly decently, mid-range passes. Now, what I would do as a Ram defensive coordinator is, if you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up, block the lanes, because there's some tall dudes in that defensive line. Knock those balls down. Get physical with Debo. Get physical with Kittle on the line, and then back off of them, and then switch. But let me ask you this: who is going to be your key to the game on Sunday?
Who's going to be the key to the game for the Niners? I mean, that
On
you're
both
putting me
sides. On both sides.
on both sides. Okay, so you're putting me on the spot. So on the offensive side of the ball, bro, I got one word, bro. Debo. Debo's gonna have to do something. This is gonna be a factor with Debo, bro, because this is Debo's game, bro. This is a game that he should be able to come out against, bro. He didn't have a good game against the Steelers, but I feel this is the game where he comes out. So I'm gonna say Debo's gonna have to be the factor, bro, because you guys are gonna try to focus on Ayuk. You guys are gonna try to find ways to stop him a little bit. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ayuk is uncoverable. We'll see. But I think Debo's that guy.
And what about defense?
Defense, man.
The key.
So if we're talking defense, man, I gotta say Fred Warner, bro. He has to set the energy on the football. He has to get on your guys' head mentally. I'm not gonna say a lot of our defensive line because there's a lot of talent there, bro. I'm going linebacker, bro. It has to really depend on how we stop the run. It really depends on how we get to you guys mentally, because if anybody knows how to play under people's skin, it's Fred Warner.
Oh, yeah, man. He's one of the best at it, man, if not the best linebacker. Now, on the Rams side, the key is Matthew Stafford on offense.
Agree.
The guys have to catch the ball, of course. Puka Nacua,
give him some time on the pocket. Give him
some
time on the pocket, and that would make your offense more explosive. But if you don't give him time on the pocket like you guys did against,
it's actually key 1A and 1B. 1A is Stafford. Well, hold on. 1A is the offensive line holding up on passing downs, especially, and also just making enough cracks so we can get 3-4 yards on fourth down to make second and third yard shorter downs. And then 1B or 1A and a half is and minus is Stafford not doing the dumb throws. If it's not there, throw it away. Do the little dinky do, little running around for 2 or 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards on a Kobo. If it's not there, just run it and slide. And the guys not being afraid to make a play. Ben Skoranek, Tutu Atwell, keep it up. Stretch the defense. We got to get him out there. You guys had an injury on your one of your cornerbacks. And so I like Ward, Tavarius Ward. I like Hufanga. But the other guys, I think we can get them if we have time. That's the problem. No one has been able to have time to light them up. And so that's the thing.
That's the key. That's the key. See, that's the key. You got to have time. And, this is not Seattle. You're not going to have enough time to go to Starbucks and go throw the ball. No, we're coming to your house and take over. And you know what's going to happen, bro, is you're going to have to protect this quarterback, bro. Stafford is your key, because if he doesn't have time in the pocket, bro, this is a different story, bro, because we've been able to pressure our quarterback for a while. And you want to target our weakest link, bro? Here's the thing. They've been going at that guy's direction in the playoffs, and guess what? They paid the price for that.
Lenore
made Dak pay the price. Lenore made Geno pay the price. So you want to test that guy's direction. This guy's confident, bro. I like Lenore. And plus,
the guy that I think we have now. Listen, Puka Nacua has to keep playing the way he is, right? I wasn't just born yesterday. One game is great,
but next game has to be something.
The next game, but also too, he's looked like that in preseason and OTAs, and then he translated in Seattle. And their secondary is pretty good, and they couldn't stop him. And Stafford, you had the time, like you said. He has to keep it up. So what I'm looking forward to, CG, is this. Besides this game, real quick, when Cooper Kupp comes back, again, sign of the cross, in the 4th game or 5th game, we're going to have Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. Hopefully Van Jefferson wakes up, but he is a threat. Tutu Atwell keeps showing up. Now we're like you guys, who are you going to cover? Higbee. We haven't even unleashed. I'm going to say unleashed because I like him. Davis Allen, the tight end. He's very what's the word I'm using for we can use him a lot like a Higbee when Higbee gets hurt because he gets banged up. And our 4-headed monster running back. So we'll see. But in this game, we have to protect Stafford. Stafford has to do his thing. Don't make dumb mistakes. Puka Nacua has to step in for Cooper Kupp. Van Jefferson has to lead the way with leadership because you're in your 3rd or 4th year and contract year. You got to do something against these big teams, and we got to keep moving the chains. We got to keep moving the chains. We got to score TDs in the red zone instead of 3 points. And the offensive line has to be mean. When we run the ball, run at Nick Bosa, run at him, get him out of the way. And then on the backside, let us Steve Avila or somebody or a Havenstein look for Fred Warner, put a hat on him. Because you know that when the guy's getting into the line, who's coming to get him? Fred Warner. Somebody put a hat on his ass a few times so he kind of looks around and so he doesn't go right like a missile. That extra half a second, that's how I would teach my defense. That extra half a second that he's looking around to see if he's going to get clocked, not illegally. And that's a better, easier said than done because he's fast as hell.
Oh, dude, but Fred Warner, bro.
But you know, yeah. But if you're coming to the runner and you have to kind of look to see if somebody's going to clock you, that's a different monster there. That's what I would do. But that tick comes over time. You're not going to do it in 1 week, a couple weeks. That's how I would do that. But I'm looking forward to the game, man. I think our young guys are my props to my guy Peo Tom, and amazing dude. My Canadian Ram brother, amazing dude, man. I love this guy.
Yeah,
Rams
yes,
indeed.
My NFC West Canadian brother.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love that guy. Everybody that comes in,
full of positivity,
so cool,
full of
man.
energy. Yeah, full of positivity, full of energy. Always got something good. That's why I've always tried to push for this guy to be on the network because this guy brings a lot of personality, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So let's get to the score. What do you see the score being?
That's a really tough one, man. Like I think this is pretty much like I don't want to sound like I'm overlooking you guys. It's just
I'm going
to
tell you real quick. I'm going to stop you real quick. If it was us and you guys had these young guys, I'd be like, we're going to crush you. But you never know, like you said in the NFL. But go ahead. Go ahead. There's nothing wrong with you. Whatever you come up with, that's what you think.
No, it's any given Sunday, man. So it's like, it's just, okay, you guys did well against Seattle. But what did Seattle have? They didn't have a pass rush. They didn't do nothing. Like, I think the main key is to get to Stafford. And I think that's what we've been successful against. We did it to Kenny Pickett. And I know Kenny Pickett is no Stafford. So you look at how we done against you guys. Your running game, if you guys are committed to the running game, that's where you guys need to do more than just average less than 3 yards a carry. You guys got to do better than that. But the factor to this game is I feel like the one thing that you guys have done pretty well is you guys might try to expose the right side. Good luck trying on that. We'll see how that works out for y'all. But as far as looking at the matchup, I've watched, I did my homework. I watched what you guys were doing. And I've seen a couple of your missed tackles, bro. That's going to be exactly what's going to hold y'all. I think this is like another type of game where, I'm like expecting a close game, but then my mind says, man, I don't want to sound cocky, but it tells me it's 31-17, bro. I don't know. It just tells me that we're going to run towards you guys, bro. It's the football gods are telling me different, man. They're telling me that we're coming in home. And we're just going to run it with Christian McCaffrey. Debo's going to have a Debo. Fred Warner's going to come under your guys' head a little bit. He's going to hit one of your running backs like a missile like he did to Najee Harris, bro. Like, Hufanga might even have a pick six. I don't know. It just sounds crazy, bro. But You never know. It's any given Sunday, but the way I look at it, bro, we might expose what you guys got on your defense.
Yeah, we have to. This is the one team that you can. Well, any team you don't want to do that, but that's what they live off of, yak yards. If you don't let them get yak yards or limit their yak yards, that hurts the offense. We have to get Purdy in deep situations, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10. We got to knock balls down at the line of scrimmage. We got to hit him hard every time. Now, not illegally.
Yeah,
make him feel us coming in.
Yeah, and to answer SM's theme, bro. I know he's not kiddie picking, bro. Stafford is a damn great player. I'm saying if we pressure Stafford, it's a different ball.
Yeah. And then so let's get to Peyo's question. Great takes, CG. So, question: what do you guys think over the 5 running backs in this game? I think. Well, go ahead, CG.
What the question? What do you guys think about the
5 running backs in this game?
Who's going to be the 5 running backs in this game? Wait. So having 5 RBs in this game. What is he like? Is he talking about guys that we use on the backfield?
Are you talking about the Rams, Peyo?
Or what are you talking about, bro? It's like 5 RBs. Who's going to keep 5 running backs? Yeah,
I think it's about talking about the Rams. So we got Cam Akers, Kyren Williams, Ronnie Rivers, Zach Evans, and I think that's the 4 that we have.
So he typed it wrong. The Rams have 5.
I think so because I'm not sure about the 5th guy. Typo, yeah. So the ones that we normally play. So basically, what do you think about our running backs? Cam Akers has been the starter, but Kyren Williams is talked about maybe taking his job. Ronnie Rivers, we haven't unleashed yet. And then we have Zach Evans. What do you think about, since you do college too, what do you think about Zach Evans, the running back from college that we haven't even played yet?
I've heard that he's a pretty physical running back from Ole Miss, if I'm mistaken. He's got that. He could be an every down back if you guys give him a chance.
That's why we're excited.
And my boy Ronnie Rivers, who comes from my alma mater in Fresno State, man, this man's a change of pace back. This man,
love that dude.
When given the chance, maybe he might be good on your offense. He might be your receiving all back purpose too. This guy can do it. Let's see. Oh, so you guys got Royce Freeman. I haven't heard that guy's name since he left.
That's
Denver.
right, Royce Freeman.
Yeah, Royce Freeman. But Kyren Williams, I've heard good things about him from a lot of Rams. I heard that he's a little bit better than Cam Akers, and he was coming off an injury last year. I think what I heard a lot of good things about him was he's a physical back. He goes forward instead of backwards. Like his size is not exactly what people think, but he plays bigger than what he is. So I think if you guys have confidence with Kyren Williams, then maybe you need to go with him. But Cam Akers, bro, the guy needs a chance, bro. The guy should be an every down back. But maybe you guys don't trust him as much. That's probably what it is. But I think Cam Akers,
Well, Cam Akers, he's one day he looks all world. Like here he goes. Here's the guy that we thought's going to be a star, right? And then against the Seahawks, he kind of, Kyren Williams looked better at times. Although Cam Akers did score. It's a contract year for him. So we're hoping that it's only one game. So Kyren Williams and Cam Akers plays. I was telling Peyo that we really haven't played Ronnie Rivers. I call him the Ronnie the Rivers run deep. So we'll see what happens with him. Zach Evans, we'll see what happens. Royce Freeman. But I like that we have these running backs that we can plug. Guys get beat up, for different teams, different situations. As long as this offensive line keeps gelling and gives us those creases to run, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I like this. I like these running backs. So you gave us your score prediction, 31-17.
Just seems more like if you guys don't capitalize, man. But it could be any Sunday, man. I'm not like overlooking you guys like that, but it's like
I have us 20 on Larry Kruger. I went on Larry Kruger and I said I had it 27-17. But I think it's going to be more like 24-20, something like that, really, now that I think about it. If the Rams win, if we don't win, because I picked us to win before the preseason, I picked us to go 2-0.
Of course,
one of the reasons why we had Cooper Kupp. Well, we had Cooper Cup, and we were coming off that stinky season last year, and we were all wound up, Puka Nakua and all these young cats, and you guys start off slow.
Yeah, we start off slow.
We don't have Cooper Cup, but these young cats are playing better than I thought they would. Puka Nakua has actually started from game one already doing his thing. Yeah. So I'm still picking us to win. Now, if we were to happen to lose, I want us to compete the whole time and have some flash plays throughout the game. And so, but we'll see what happens. So I got us 24-20, Rams winning. True to the game says 27-30. Palatine says 27-24.
I mean, let's see. You guys should be optimistic because you guys beat Seattle. They were a team that's close to us a little bit more, and it wouldn't surprise me how we play, bro. Like honestly, in order for us to get towards the next goal this upcoming season, bro, we got to have a fast start. And the previous years we've had slow starts, no lie. But this is what we need is to get a win against you guys, have a great fast start, and that gives us the better chance to get towards that next goal. And that's to host games in the playoffs. But we got to take it one game at a time. And the Rams, with all due respect to the Rams, they went from last year being the defending Super Bowl champions that everybody had to take seriously into this year. Nobody wants to talk about them because they got a whole stack of young talent. It's only going to get better if you build around these guys. And I think what the Rams are doing right now, they want to see what they got with these young guys. And if they get somewhere in the playoffs, maybe a wild card, it wouldn't shock me because, there's always that sleeper. So who knows?
Yeah. And like when I say that we were going to go 2-0, beat the Niners, I was going by that the Niners don't start out fast normally.
Yeah.
That we're so due against you. Because besides you guys had our number recently, you guys would beat us with Chris Mullins, guys that you guys had no business beating us, even though you guys had a decent team with Chris Mullins, a really good team. We were defending NFC West title champs, went to the Super Bowl. We had Golf and Cooks and all these guys, and we would lose ugly games to you. So I'm expecting us to win in an ugly game at times, maybe mistake ridden on both sides. Although we can't really afford to do mistakes on our side.
Little mistakes.
So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
so
we're like the Great White Sharks.
Yeah, so I was thinking for us to, these young cats, like I said, don't know any better. They don't know that they're not supposed to be this good right now. They're going to be flying around. They're going to be stoked. I'm talking about on defense. And then on offense, we're going to be executing pretty good because we've been executing pretty well. The flea flicker was horrible, though, against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I was like, what are we doing? We don't have to get cute like that, But we'll see what happens, man. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Good luck to you so much, man. And everybody that's in here, always check out my guy, CG Ruthless. He not only does Niner content, he also does wrestling. He has guests on all the time, college football, wrestlers. Check out his content. CG Ruthless on YouTube, Instagram, and IG. Amazing dude, amazing guy. My guy Michael says, "What's up, Rudy? No fraternizing with the enemy." Yeah, we're on enemy sides, but we're for each other. That's my dude. And if you guys notice, I have a lot of guys. I haven't had a chance to have Niner Stickness in here. Maybe I'll do a post game with them. I don't know. Hope if we win. No, I'm just kidding. It's just been a busy week. But yeah, a lot of my Niner guys we talk to we're good friends, and yeah, we just hate our teams. But yes, indeed. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. CG, let me know what do you have coming up the pike and on your channel.
Well, I'm going to do a play-by-play on Sunday since I'm not, I told you that I was supposed to go out to that game, but man, yeah. Dude, like I was getting informed by the party bus and all this stuff that everything was canceled because of what was going on. And I'm like, inside of me, I was pissed off, bro, because I wanted to go down there. And
yeah, man, I wanted to meet you in person.
I wanted to do the same thing, but man, shit just changed. And then finding out, I had to get this other full-time job in too. So I had to make sure to get all those bills paid in and all that. But I was actually looking forward to go down there. Maybe in the near future if things go exactly as planned, because, once you had everything planned, shit gets taken away just off of that. So it's
yeah, man. Like I when I go to the games, I go with a couple of buddies. and there's been times where I couldn't go because we didn't have a way to get there. At that time, my car was in the shop, and I couldn't go, and I was so mad, and and then another time, the other two decided not to go, and I was like, man, I don't want to go by myself. I like to hang out with everyone and stuff, and so I ended up giving my nephew my ticket, and I'm planning on going tomorrow. That is the plan. I haven't heard from my dudes if they're gonna go. So we'll see what happens.
Well, in the near future, we'll meet up at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna do a play-by-play stream. I actually kind of just customized I actually put your boys Stafford and Purdy into the stream, but I put the stadium into it. So I improved my thumbnails a lot better now since I kind of know how to do it now.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you do a really good job across the board, man. So appreciate you, and thank you for coming in. We'll do this more often, man. And everyone, I always forget to do this. I feel like a salesman. Hit the like button. It helps the algorithm on the YouTube. And appreciate you, CG. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
all right, brother. Take care.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna have a live tonight. CJ, stay behind so I can talk to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a live tonight. I go to work today, so I'll be back in about let's do 9:05 for the preview of the game. Appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. Peo, Rams House TV, Rams House, all you guys, everyone that's been in here. Thank you so much, Daniel. Everybody, all you guys have done mentioned. I love to all you guys. And as we always say, may the Romelia be with you. And ram you later. Mount up.
Yeah, man. Talk about 9:05, man. 9:05.